Hello. I guess this is some sort of like intro video. I don't know. I'm just so tired of not making YouTube videos. I get so bogged down thinking that I have to like edit them to be all fancy and all this stuff, and it's like, I don't. I really don't have to do that. So we're gonna go for the Durian Rider talking head, no jump cuts, no editing style. Yeah. So today, what can we talk about? We could talk about dairy cows. Let's talk about dairy cows. And just dairy in general. So, obviously it's like a popular thing that people are like, oh, I could totally go vegan if it weren't for cheese. It's like, first of all, okay, then go vegan for everything except for cheese. That's an improvement at least. You're still going to be causing less harm, but you're still definitely causing massive harm, not only to the cows, but to yourself and the environment, okay? It's just so terrible what goes on in the dairy industry. So, everyone probably knows that for a mammal to produce milk, we have to have a baby, okay? It's the same as humans. Humans don't produce milk unless they have a baby. Neither does a cow or any other animal that I know of. Definitely not mammals. Because milk is just baby food, that's what it is. My son back there taking a bath. But, so in order to get the dairy as a product to you, freakish. Anyway, to get the dairy to you, they have to first forcefully impregnate the cow, aka her, and then she's pregnant for like 9 months, same as humans. Let me make sure that's accurate. 283 days. 283 divided by 30. Yep, 9.4 months. Okay, just wanted to make sure I was accurate on that. So a cow is pregnant for just as long as we are, and then they have this baby, and they have this strong maternal bond. And then the farmer comes, and they put the baby in a wheelbarrow, and they take her away, and then they kill the baby. If the baby is a boy, they kill the baby, and they sell his muscle tissue as veal. If the baby is a girl, she begins the same horrific life as her mother. And y'all, the screams of the cows while they have their children taken away is horrifying. I'm not going to put it in here because it's just so hard to watch. But you need to watch it. We need to know this stuff. I remember the first time I found out about all this, I was 19. It was 1 month after my 19th birthday, and I watched Freely's video, 5 Reasons Not to Drink Dairy. I'll try to link that below because it's like the best dairy video ever to educate yourself on dairy. And man, just watching those screams, Thermius. I cannot stand it when they lick. Hold on. Dude, I cannot stand that, eating sounds or licking. No. They gotta go do that somewhere else. Okay. Anyway. So they murder these baby cows. And then they steal the milk that was intended for the baby cow to thrive on. And then they feed it to humans. And it's not beneficial to us. If you're not an infant, you don't need milk. You don't need solidified milk, aka cheese. You don't need any of this stuff. It's harming you. There are 80 to 100 hormones in dairy, naturally occurring hormones, not the ones they inject, which I don't even know if they're still doing that. It's really horrible. But just the natural hormones, they mess us up, dude. They will have wax skin, skin just destroyed skin. Because, humans are sensitive to hormones. Hormones are everything in the human body. So when we're eating these things that aren't meant for us, that have all these hormones that are intended to make a baby cow double their size in like 6 months, like, of course it's gonna cause issues. Of course it is. Like, it's insane. And just another fact is, like, there's like a clear correlation between dairy consumption in countries and osteoporosis, and that the higher the dairy, the lower bone quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more dairy a country consumes, the more osteoporosis they have. And it's like, shouldn't it be backwards? Like, oh, we need all this calcium. Like, no, we really don't. And if you do need calcium, get it from plants. Broccoli has a ton of calcium in it. There's just no need to be doing that. There's no need to be supporting that. It's just disgusting. And it's like, oh my gosh, I wish people would just leave the animals alone. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how people can know these horrible things are going on and just not care. Like, they just don't care. And it's just, like, it really just reinforces my belief that no one cares about anything until it affects them personally. And it's like, I don't know why I care about the animals so much. I'm glad I do, so I can advocate for them. But a lot of people don't, and it's really depressing. Like, what percentage of the world is vegan? Let's find out. That's painful. It says less than 1%. I thought it was going to be like 5%, 1%. Like, 1 out of 100 people care enough to remove their support from animal abuse. Like, and you know what's really messed up? Like, these people are like, oh, I love animals so much. And then they're literally financially supporting abuse, systematic abuse of these animals. It's just so upsetting. Like, it's so unnecessary. Like, it's not good for us to be consuming all of that. Like, milk has a bunch of fat and protein. Like, we do not need that. Fat and protein, excess fat and protein is the reason we have an obesity epidemic, okay? No one's getting fat on bananas. You're just not, okay? Sugar turns to fat. No, it does not. That process is called de novo lipogenesis, and it is extremely rare in humans, especially if you're eating a Western diet. If you're eating a Western, it's non-existent. You're not turning sugar to fat. You're just not. But fat does turn to sugar. When we don't give our body enough sugar, it turns our body fat into water, glucose, and carbon dioxide, I believe. And it's like, sugar is vital. All this fat and protein is not. It's wild, dude. It's wild. And it's so, so sad. Like, these beautiful creatures are just being exploited to a magnitude that we can't even comprehend. Like, the human brain cannot even understand how many animals are dying every single day. Every day. Three billion animals a day. 3 billion. One is too many. 3 billion a day? It's just disgusting and unacceptable. And if people had to watch the process of these animals being tortured and killed, like, very few of them would continue supporting this. But they just don't care enough to learn, and I don't know why. I really wish they did. It's like these companies aren't doing this for fun. They're doing it because people are paying them to do it. Like, we vote with our dollar. You know, a company can't survive without customers. And it's like, just take the customers away from these literal animal abuse industries and bam, like, it won't be happening anymore. And people are like, oh, what? We'd be overrun with animals. Like, they're literally bred into existence to be killed. As demand goes down, they won't breed as many into existence. Like, it would take care of itself. And even, okay, let's say a farm shuts down. Like, that's the dream, right? Shut down the slaughterhouses. Where will those animals go? We'll be overrun. Like, they're gonna go to sanctuaries, man. Come on, like, duh, you know, it's just, people give all these excuses, and it's like, they're not valid excuses. They're not valid reasons. Like, this is destroying our entire world. Like, meat and dairy is the leading cause of deforestation. And it's worse than cause 2, 3, and 4 combined. Like, oh my gosh. It makes me feel so crazy. Like, why does no one care? You know what I mean? Like, I literally told someone I used to be friends with that baby chicks get ground up as standard practice in the egg industry. And if they don't get ground up, they get suffocated in giant bags. This is systematic and common. You can research it, like, it's real. And she just didn't care. And I'm just like, how can you not care about that? How can you not care about little baby chicks getting ground alive? That's just so evil. It's so evil. I had to, you know, not really talk to her anymore after that. I'm like, how can you just not care? That's psychopathic, dude. Like, yeah. I got really off track there. I know this was about dairy cows, but like, it's all just so important. It's all so important. I'll get better at staying on track, maybe, probably not. But it's just not okay. It's not okay, and there's no benefit. There's no benefit to dairy other than the guy that's making money doing it. Literally, that's it. There's no health benefit to an adult human consuming the milk a mother made for a baby cow. Like, cows are big, yo. Like, it's just not okay. And it's not benefiting anybody, and it needs to stop. So, that's my piece for today. Please don't support dairy. You're hurting yourself, the animals, and the planet if you are supporting it. Oh, I can't give up my cheese. That's because it literally, okay, the protein casein in milk, when we digest it, it turns into casomorphin. It's literally an opioid addiction type thing. Obviously, it's not the same as like doing drugs, but it is there. And that's very real. We have to keep that in mind. Like, I was addicted to milk. You know, we are addicted to milk as a society. And it's just so sick. Like, bro, if I had like 5 women in my shed and I was assaulting them, not getting them pregnant, killing the children, and then stealing their milk, that would be world headline. World headline. Because it's so sick. And yet it's going on a scale that is unimaginable, and just no one seems to care. I shouldn't say no one, because there are, of course, other vegans and compassionate people, but the large majority just doesn't care, and it's so defeating. It's so defeating, but I will never give up. Hopefully this whole no editing, not caring about what it looks like style will work for me, because it's just so important that we get this information out there. And yeah, obviously it's already all out there, but like, you know, there are people that just don't know that this is going on. So it's important that we make videos and just talk about it. Just talk about it to everybody. And it needs to stop. So, okay. If you're still supporting dairy, please, please stop. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting the animals, and you're hurting this planet. And it needs to stop. Okay. Bye.